Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Eric. I got an exciting video for you today. It's an update video for the month of July. One thing I'm going to cover, well, one of the things I'm going to cover is my eBay sales. Of course, we talk about that. We got our journey from 0 to 50,000 on a part-time basis on eBay. So we got to cover the July stats, but I also want to talk about Whatnot. I took about a year and a half off from Whatnot and I jumped back into it last week with 4 auctions. I want to cover some of my stats. I want to tell you what I've learned just doing those auctions. It's all good stuff that I'm going to tell you in this video. First things first, we'll talk eBay. In July, we sold $4,456.14. My net from all the eBay fees, taxes, because that's what everybody gonna scream. How much did you take home? $2,944.93. This is part-time. I try to spend less than 20 to 25 hours a month doing eBay completely. So I'm not disappointed with these results. Here's the breakdown. I sold 80 items on eBay last month. My average selling price was $55.70. I did try something different this month. Usually I run all auctions. This was the first time I started to kind of add stuff to my store inventory. And I happened to actually sell one item out of my store inventory. And that's kind of exciting for me because it's not an avenue that I usually take on eBay. I try to sell all auctions. I want to guarantee my stuff is going to sell. So I always roll the dice and just see kind of what it goes for. But I ended up selling a Bucks jersey for 160 bucks or something to that effect. I'll put it on the screen right here for you. I always try to tell you my top 5 categories every month. 3 out of the 5 categories shouldn't be of any surprise to anybody that follows me was toys and hobbies. Like, I can't say it enough. Toys are one of the most consistent things in the resale business. So when I look at the eBay numbers, you can look at it and say, okay, well, that's not a whole lot of money. But on my end, I'm like, hey, that's almost a 70% increase in my sales on eBay. So I could have, June sucked. That just shows that June sucked. But July could have sucked too. It lets me know that I'm on the right path to fixing what knocked me off the path in June. eBay is a side hustle. This is part-time. My store is my full-time, And so I just want people to always be able to kind of see, the possibilities of what you can do as a reseller and how you can kind of structure it around your life, even when, you have other things going on. Especially, for my fellow shop owners, like it is hard for us to find other ways to make money, and this is a way to make some money. Is it money that you can retire off of? No, but it is definitely a money that you can use to pay your mortgage, pay your lease, pay your utility bill, make your payroll. So that's why I'm putting this stuff out here for y'all to see that there is possibilities of, what could happen with, just a 67% increase from the month before, but the end result being about $3,000. It's still real money. You know what I mean? Let's jump into Whatnot. Now, I haven't used the app in over a year and a half, and I was one of the early resellers that they recruited to get on there to start bringing people on. Ran with Whatnot for probably about 2 years before I kind of gave it a break. I did 4 shows in 1 week to get my feet wet back into what it felt like to be on Whatnot. Let's go through the stats. For the first show, we had 19 orders and 6 buyers. Of the 6 buyers, 2 of them were new buyers, and then 4 were actually returning customers, which was pretty cool to think that if you could take a year and a half off and not sell on a platform and jump back on it, 4 people that bought from you before actually jumped into your first sale back on. Total sales was $84. We ran for 43 minutes, which I would say a good 20 to 23 minutes or 25 minutes of it were just me and my wife clowning and just trying to understand how to use the platform again. Our second show was a bit better. We ran for a little bit longer and it was all toys and collectibles. So it was a much more like specialty type auction, and it was bigger. That auction did $467. There was a total of 70 orders and there was a total of 6 buyers. Instantly, it reminded me that on Whatnot, what happens is a lot of people are going to buy combined orders. They're going to buy more than one item from your auction. It's no different than what it would be like if you're at a live auction house. When we had a live auction house, that's what you would get is people, they would have a whole table of stuff or a whole truckload of things that they're leaving with. So that's like very welcoming in comparison to like eBay, where you may get one or two items that's a combined order. I sold 70 items and there was only 6 buyers. That's a lot of combined orders. That auction took me an hour and 37 minutes. So an hour and 37 minutes to sell 467 bucks. All right, so auction number 3, 255 bucks worth of stuff. We did it in an hour and 28 minutes. There's a total of 13 buyers in the sale. 12 of those buyers were new buyers. So what is happening that I can see by running back to back is every day I'm picking up new buyers. So when people say hot or new, new followers too, I think that's the key to running on something like Whatnot, like a platform like Whatnot, is just being seen. And that was the reason why the first week coming back, I wanted to run, more than one day, 2, 3, 4 days consecutively to see how many people would pay attention and how many eyes that I can get on my auctions or my shows for that week. My 4th auction of the week was actually on a Friday night, which is probably not the best idea when you're thinking about trying to draw people into a live show. We still sold $138 worth of stuff. It was 19 orders with 6 buyers. So again, you're combining a lot of these packages and these orders to go to just a few people, which makes shipping a lot more stress-free than it is on like an eBay type platform to have to ship 19 orders. That auction was 46 minutes long. All in all, what I learned with Whatnot in coming back from a year and a half is it is still a very viable platform to resell on. It's still a very viable platform to make money. I did 4 auctions in that week. The first 2 auctions I cataloged, which means I put the items up in their system ahead of the auction so people could preview them. They can get pre-bids. A couple items actually did get pre-bids. So I thought that was kind of cool. For myself, cataloging the auctions, it did seem like it streamlined the process where it made it a lot more easy on our end to run the auctions. The other 2 auctions I didn't catalog. I just did more kind of like pulling from the box, simultaneous kind of storage locker, estate sale kind of auctions. And those were a bit more hectic, but I gotta say it was kind of fun too on our end to kind of see, like, I don't know what's coming out. You don't know what's coming out. We don't know what's gonna sell and what it's gonna sell for. So I'm personally gonna lean more towards the more catalog auctions, and I'll tell you why. I'm a firm believer in the fact that if you want to get the best dollar for the items that you're selling, you have to let people know that they're going to be there. When I had an auction house, we previewed our items months in advance so that people would know what to come for. Auctions, people come from out of state. It's no different than anything else that you're selling, especially if you're selling on an online platform like Whatnot. You're literally advertising to the whole world. So why wouldn't you want the whole world to know what you're going to have before you try to sell it? You want to get the good money for the items. You need to get the people in the room that are going to be looking for those items. I use that same philosophy in my storefront. My store is only open 2 days a month. For me to attract over 300 to 500 people in a weekend, I have to let people know what's going to be there before I open the door. Thank you for tuning in. Do not forget to hit that like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss an update from me. Happy hunting, happy thrifting, and just stay awesome.